Oh, welcome to the Tiger's Den. This is the voice of Cheryl, and I am Toothless Tiger. Hello, my niece, A Powers. Hello, Jones. Unina, thank you. I saw your message way before now. I know there are a few others. I don't see your names. I would love to wait for a few more people to come in so that they can understand what this let's give them something to talk about Tuesdays are all about. And I guess I could get started because I want to honor the ones who honored me. And that's you all that are present right now. Hi, Moonlight. I'm trying to pronounce your name. Eliza? No. Elias Sykes. Hi, Elias. I hope I didn't mess your name up too bad. I really don't like it when people mess my name up, so I try to do my best. Thank you, Moonlight. Thank you so very much. I appreciate that. And what she said was she watched the replay of the last video, and it was awesome. Hello, Keisha1227. Shout out and salute. What this let's give them something to talk about Tuesdays are all about is I remember that there was a time when we all were cohesive and together. And there was a time when we were showcasing small businesses. Well, I decided, hey, why don't we do this? Why don't I interview someone that's an entrepreneur? Perhaps they're sole proprietor, a single member LLC, no matter what they're doing, but they're doing something in their community and they're servicing our people. And so I decided to do let's give them something to talk about Tuesdays. And so what I would say to everyone who's listening, if you have a product, if you are a spoken word artist, whatever it is that you do, you're welcome to send me an email. And send me an email if you want to be showcased. Because right now I want to showcase as many people as I can. And perhaps I can do one person, or perhaps we can do 30 minutes for each person, because I want to just kind of keep it at an hour. I can talk, as y'all know, and I love to talk. But what I have to keep into consideration, and this is what we have to do as we work as a group and we build, I have to keep into consideration that other people already have lives scheduled as well. And most of us share all of the same people. Hey, Shay Vita. Hey, Random. Salute. Salute, Tanae. Thank you guys for joining me. I was just explaining about what these let's give them something to talk about Tuesdays are all about. And that is showcasing entrepreneurs and small business owners. No matter where you live, you just hook onto the StreamYard and I will give you an opportunity to let your vision and your dream come true before the world. Right now, I'm doing that to help our people. At some point in time, I'm sure I will be doing that at some cost. Maybe it'll be a commercial. Maybe you would want me to run your product as a commercial. But that's down the road. Right now, I'm benevolent. And I'm benevolent because so many people have been good to me. And that's why I wanted to share my little old walk, just to share some of the things that has happened to me that don't ordinarily happen to people. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I got on my new logo, Toothless Tiger t-shirt. Thanks to Mr. Matt K. I tell you, if you need any graphic art, please contact Matt K. And if I have to, I don't know if I have the email here, but maybe Random, if you could put it in the chat for me, I would greatly appreciate that, because Mr. Matt K is truly the guy to go to. And I mean, he thought of this for me. And in case y'all didn't see it, that is a crown that the tiger has on. Y'all know I get my hands messed up. And y'all can't see the little detail, but y'all, I have a nose ring. A nose ring. God damn it, I'm going to get this shit right in a minute. Where is my hand? This one right here. Right here, y'all, I have a nose ring. Right here is diamonds. And I thought that was too cute. So I'm very proud of my new logo. So as I was stating, that anyone who has a product and, just want the world to see it, well, here's your opportunity. What you would do is just send me an email and let me know that you would like to be on Let's Give Them Something to Talk About Tuesdays. And like I said, I want to try to keep it to an hour because, as y'all know, I can talk forever. But I want to be mindful of other people who may be going live because we share the same people. Salute, Lovey. Salute, Laura Lala. Salute, the Stone, the Builders Refuse. Salute, Too Cool. Salute, Laura. Whenever y'all hear me say Laura, that's somebody very, very dear to me. That's my daughter by another mother. My niece had her, and I brought her home from the hospital, so that's my only daughter. The one that my son asked, could he cuss out when he was 10 years old? That's Laura. T.Y. I hope mine sound better than yours. Hello, Dimple D. Salute. Salute, so I be. Love. Now, because I'm going to try to keep this to an hour, I don't want to keep our special guests waiting. And boy, do I have a special guest for you tonight. Salute, FRW. His name, Desmond Davis. He grew up in the heart of the ghetto, Oak Cliff, Texas, right across the street from me. He is a young entrepreneur, CEO of several businesses. The main focus that he's coming on to talk about tonight is his Dapper Dion fedoras. Now, these fedoras are truly something to talk about. And he's going to share with us what inspired him to start this business. And he's going to let us know if he make them for female. He'll tell us about his website if he has one, where he's located. How can you order one of these fabulous hats? So any questions you may have, you can drop it in here, because what I like to do when I interview is try to give the person all of the time that they need to give in detail and address any concerns you guys may have. But those are the questions that we have. This young man is 44 years old, and I remember seeing him running up and down the sidewalk playing. So it's awesome to see our young men, Asiatic, building in the community. So I want to say the origin of the Dapper Dion LLC goes like this. Salute, Matt K. Salute, Il Capono. Forged out of the heart of Dallas, Texas, is fashion that's deeply rooted in the very culture it derived from. Dapper Dion LLC is cultivated by its dedicated team of fashionistas whose aim is to relentless. Let me read that right, because see, I don't like fucking up no sentence, because then that kills my vibe. So let me get this shit here right. So I'm going to go back and say, it's cultivated by its dedicated team of fashionistas whose aim is relentless in bringing you the best quality and unique styles. As it reads, our mission is to bring regal and classy together, giving you a plethora of options to choose from for your everyday fedora headwear. Hashtag get yours. With no further ado, I want to present to you Mr. Desmond Des Davis.
How you doing? Good evening, all. Good evening. Good evening.
Hi, Des.
How you doing, Toothless Tiger?
I'm doing great. Des, you can keep talking, but sometimes you may hear me shout out somebody. I don't want to seem disrespectful, but that's kind of what we do,
Okay.
when
Okay.
so I'm gonna try to, shut up. But you do your thing. I love that smile. You look so handsome.
Oh,
So dapper.
thank you. Oh, and I love the T-shirt too. Love it.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, the guy that does that, hey, I'll give you his information if you need any graphic arts, because
Right.
that's what he does.
Cool.
Um, there are so many people that are so talented and they do so much and we don't even know it. So
Right.
this is a
Right.
way for us all to come together and share our talents. We say buy black. Well, I don't do the black thing. I go Asiatic
Right.
because
Right.
black is dead in the eyes of the law. So I go Asiatic because the landmass was all Asia. And that's why we're Asiatic people. But we are the original indigenous people to this land. But we're not here for that. So what I do is try to make sure that we all have an opportunity to build. And this is a way to do it. And I appreciate you for accepting my invitation to
Hmm.
come and be on the show tonight.
I appreciate you for having me.
You have the floor.
Okay. Okay. So, well, I guess let me just tell you a little story, give you a little history. First of all, my name's Desmond Davis. I was born in.
Come up a little bit and speak a little louder. We can't hear you.
Can't hear me?
Yeah,
Let me
yeah,
get a
come
little
a little
closer
closer.
to the mic. Okay.
Okay.
So, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. All right. So, yeah, my name's Desmond Davis. Born here in Dallas, Texas. I went graduated from Franklin Delano Roosevelt right over there in Oak Cliff, down the street, Morrell, right? Uh, Cheryl has been a awesome, awesome, awesome neighbor. Real, authentic. Just words can't even really put it together. But I'm sure y'all been with her, so you kind of know already about her. So watching them across the street, I had great role models to inspire me along the way. So watching them and like I said, graduating, went to college a little bit. Didn't graduate, but came on home, got a job because I had babies, had kids early. You know how that go, right? So I had to come get a job. So first of all, I started just working out. Working at different jobs. I think Kroger's was the first spot that I worked at. But ultimately, just realizing that hey, I want to do something more. Than this revolving door that I'm tending to. Just experience through the different corporations that I went in work with. No disregard to them because they was all great companies and I learned some skill sets from them as well, right? But let me know that entrepreneurship was my thing. So, like she said, I have a couple of companies that I operate on. The main baby that I have, so to speak, is People's Tax Group. People's Tax Group LLC. We're located right over here on 4121 Marvin D. Love Freeway, Suite 2000. We have a website, peoplestaxgroupllc.com. You can go check us out. I also have that's on the tax end, right? So I started another company, Savid Restorations, where we do credit restorations. We do credit repair, but it's for personal and corporate. And what I like to tell my people is like my credit clients is you are to prime your personal credit for your corporate goals, right? So that's the whole aspect or mentality that you need to go into it with. So your personal credit is not just important for yourself, it's also important for your business. They all tie together, credit, taxes, all of that, right? So that's with the credit platform. Also, I do entity formation. I help people start up businesses. So if you wanted to create an LLC or anything, or a S corp or C corp, or understand the tax side to those structures, that's what I help companies with also. Then we have Dora Financial Incorporated, who will help those companies as far as businesses who's building credit to get funding. We'll tie that funding in as for as the vendors that we have on side to where we know what the underwriters are looking for and all of that to ensure you get a get a loan for your business to help you scale. So those are just a few of the companies and the structures and the services that we offer. Now, in doing all of this, I kind of, I still have little off times here and there, right? And just to give you a little, to get off into Dapper Dion LLC and how it was created. So I have a little time. So we go out, me and my girlfriend, we go out from time to time, just dating, right? Um, and when we're going out on dates, to say that, right? So when we're out, people are complimenting on the hats or the style of dress, right? There always comes. So my girlfriend, she's like, you should sell hats, and I'm like, nah, that's crazy idea, right? And she just kind of reiterates this to me over a couple of years, so it resonates. And I thought, well, if people are asking me about who's designing, because I would buy a hat plain and I would still kind of dress it up myself, right? So I thought to tie that in to just kind of go ahead and create that business. So she ordered me a couple of hats, and another friend of mine, she gave me like 7 hats to kind of start with. Right. And I kind of played with those and didn't know if I was going to be serious with it, kind of like a hobby. So I just did a DBA for the company. Not really planning to really go, full throttle with it. But immediately I knew that I had a passion for it, right? Because I could tell because of how much money I'm spending on it. Right. So I'm like, well, if I'm gonna go that hard, right, the whole mission is to leverage your debts. So if you are an entrepreneur and you are trying to start a business, take it from me, from experience. I operated under People's Tax Group for 7 years before I converted over into the LLC structure. So I know both sides, and all of the debts that I had prior to when I started the LLC, I started that company and it became day one for me. So with that being said, everything that I had done before was out the door. Like it was like for nothing. So I was like, you know what? It has to be a better way. So I kind of, went through the rings and figured that out. So immediately, once I realized I had a passion for it, went ahead and converted it over to an LLC. That way I can start leveraging these debts, right? Leverage these debts with the company to build future credit for the opportunity to give the company opportunity to scale, to actually have a foundation where to support itself, basically. So I went ahead and LLC'd the company, and I went to have the logo created, and just a little history on the logo. It looks like a D, right? Let me show you one real quick.
Des, could you speak up a little bit more? Because I can barely hear you. I don't know. Can y'all hear Des? Somebody let me know in the chat if y'all can hear him. Because he's really saying some good stuff, but I want to make sure y'all can hear him.
Yeah, please, yeah.
Yeah. And let me call out a little roll call right quick, Des, while I got
Go
you
ahead.
stopped.
Go ahead.
Salute Ripley. Salute Wilma Flagstaff. Salute Former Nancy. I didn't see you sneak in here. I keep telling you, you ain't sent me no email, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. Salute the Stone. The builders refuse. Salute Miss Maggie. Salute Gotti. Salute M. Mac. Okay, I think I've acknowledged everybody. Some of y'all, Mason, and I just said hello while he was talking. But I want to acknowledge everybody. Okay, Dad. So yeah, I don't know if they told me. They said yes, they can hear you. They
Yeah,
can
I
hear you.
see it. I finally see it. I'm
Okay.
kind of slow to all this technology stuff. I'm starting to get to know
Child,
it.
you know, you see me, don't you?
But yeah, I see it clear as day over here. They're saying yes, they can hear it well.
Salute, Ronald. Okay. We're good now. Des, go ahead. Now you were
Okay.
about to get into some good stuff.
So yeah, now I was just gonna show you the D. Well, on this one, you can let me get a regular one here. So on here you can see right the D. It looks like a D, but at the bottom there's a hand, right? So the hand is actually the Egyptian. It's a representation of the Egyptian alphabet, and it's the fourth
Okay.
letter in the alphabet. So it's a D as well. So there you have it, Dapper Dion. So everything was kind of Egyptian art based. Is how I kind of come up with the idea for the logo. I don't know if you can see it, but
Fantastic. Why don't you put it on one of your darker hats because the light is hitting on that D and we can't really see the D as good as you're showing us. Maybe like the blue or the black or something. Y'all, I told you they always say I'm always giving instructions.
okay.
All I do, my nephew say all I do is sit around and give instructions. I don't do
Oh
anything.
nah, but that's good.
There you
That's
go.
good
See, you can
instruction
see it
though.
perfect.
That's good instruction. That's good stuff. So yeah, so it's helping me out. So yeah, I
Yeah,
can't
that's beautiful. They can see it real good right there.
right. So and if you check us out, you can add us on TikTok, Instagram, at Dapper Dion, and then on Facebook you can just check out facebook.com/Dapper Dion, and you'll be able to find us. Dion is DIONN. There's two N's on the end of it to try to give it the own. I don't know if I succeeded, but that was the attempt, right? So yeah, but that's the logo there. So you have Dapper Dion. So now when I go out, now when I'm out in public, if someone approaches me and they say, "Oh, I love your hat," now it just gives it a whole different feel and effect. I can take my phone. I have the dot card out where I can just hit their phone and it'll transfer all my information over to their phone, and they'll have my contacts, my social media platforms, and all of that good stuff right there. So, I mean, there you have it about Dapper Dion. And these are some of the products we have back here, right? So, I do have the Dion Fedora, which is this one here, which is just the simple fedora with the logo and the band, you know. So, that's the Dion Fedora. I have them in any color that you would think of: purple, brown, pink, mustard, olive. Tan, like the one I have on now. Yeah, royal blue, navy. Yeah, just a lot of different colors to choose from there. Right.
So, Des, let me ask you, do you have special names for your hats?
I do. I do. Like I said, I have a passion for it. So I started out naming every hat, and then I realized as I keep creating, I'll have names for some, and then I'll have just a specific line for them all. So the plain fedora, like the black one I just showed you, that comes in all the different colors, it's the Dion fedora, just the Dion fedora, right? So then I have the signature Dion, where we'll have just additions like we have cards, we have feathers. I did one custom. We're not really doing customs, but I did do one for my very first client, and she wanted all kind of stuff on her. She wanted bullets, uh, cards. She wanted everything on there. So that was kind of like kind of interesting, to say the least. But the signature Dion just comes with the cards, feathers, a match pad, maybe like a pen with the protective eye or something like that. Just little different accessories to the fedora. That's a creation by Dapper Dion.
That's beautiful. Will you take a look at the chat and see if anybody has a question for you? Because I'm trying to type in your information and I can't see. So would you do that for me?
Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, I was on the wrong screen. So where do you ship to? Yeah, there's a couple of questions. Let me see. Where's the start? Let me go to the start. Yes, I can hear him fine. Okay, I can hear him.
Can you tell what they asking?
Yeah, I was just trying to see where it started. I'm sure.
You can kind of scroll up.
Mm-hmm. These has a thank you. These has a fire. I bought one for sure. Thank you so much. I like those. Yeah, already has a sale. Hold on, clean.
Okay, you have orders from Chase and Lala. So you need to go up
Okay.
and look at Chase and Lala.
Okay.
Boy, see what we missing? Y'all not gonna believe this. You see it? Y'all not gonna believe this,
I
but
do.
we've been on the phone making sure that we was on. You know, I do this every time. I guess y'all can tell we at the roller coaster because now I'm just neck deep now. The chair done went all the way down, so
Mm.
that's the way it look right now. I'm gonna have to fix it in a minute. But we've been doing this. I had all of his stuff in and everything, and somehow, you know me, I hit a button and messed everything up. So I'm trying to put it back in here because I had the information in here. We were ready. We've been talking and conversing, and before we knew it, it was time to come on. I had to end up going out and coming back in because I had an echo and two people in here for me. So y'all just bear with us. But yeah, if you see Chase and Lala, then I don't know if they have questions or whatever, but I was told they want an order. You got orders.
Okay, got you. So no problem.
Take it from
So
there.
to make orders, just to address that really quickly, I'm just starting this company. I'm like I say 3.5, 4 months in, right? So and I'm brand new to this side of the forest business with fashion, right? But I'm doing direct sales now. My website is under construction, so you can contact me either via email or through any social media platform that I have. We monitor them, so we'll get to you. Someone will get to you ASAP. If not me, probably would be me. Like I said, it's my baby, but someone will get in touch with you, and we will get your order taken. And we ship. Right now, we're shipping all over. We're just doing an addition for the shipping. You pay the shipping cost and the tax on the product, and we'll get it to you. We'll get yours to you. Yeah. So that's for all orders. You can. They're just direct sales for now. I hope that helps. If you guys do have any questions, feel free to ask. But yeah, so that's the signature Dion, and with the signature, I have different styles. This is the Dion Royale or Royale Dion. I just call it. Put a Royale on it, try to make it sound a little fancy, but it's royal. It's royal blue. Yeah, but it's one of my favorites, right? That color. It's just a nice color. I love it. Right. So then I
Oh, let
have
me see that again. I missed it. Let me see that Royale.
that Royale. And you know what? I still have the tape on it. I like to try to preserve the feather arrangement because they're not like they're not $2-3 feathers. These feathers they kind
Do
of
they have a
expensive.
significant meaning?
No, not really. It's just the
Okay.
design that I got when I created or we were creating different looks for the product. It's just one design that was that came up that was unique and stuck with us. So yeah,
Fantastic.
right. And I knew that was gonna happen. I'm trying to get a phone call. That's why I made sure I didn't have my earbuds in, my AirPods or whatever those things called. But this one is the Purple Rain. I call her the Purple Rain. It's actually a
Not
purple.
Purple Rain.
Oh yeah, Purple Rain after the late great Prince.
Show enough.
But it was actually one of the first sellers that we had. The Purple Rain. It's nice. It's a nice
It's
color.
beautiful.
And I
I
also
love
kind
that
of
purple.
yeah, I do it like a little treatment to the brim, where I will torch the bottom a little bit just to kind of stiffen it up, give it a nice feel to it, and also it'll hold the shape. So however you kind of bend it, it'll kind of stay. that way. You know what I mean? So yeah, Purple Rain. Right. Oh, and then people always ask me like, do I do women hats? To me, this is a unisex brand, right? So any hat can be worn male or female. I just truly believe that, because
That's
just the
good to
way,
know.
yeah, just because of the way they are. Like this is like a mint green color.
Oh, that's nice.
You know, like I said, it has one of those feathers. It's only one feather on there, but trust me, that's a nice feather.
It
Right?
is.
Yeah, I like it. I love it. But yeah, it's a unisex brand, so male or female can rock these fedoras, right? And this is the signature Dion. So then I have my favorite, right? Out of all the lines, it was actually one of the first ones that I had to take and pay for myself, right? Because I didn't want to rob the company. But it's the torch line, which is a torch
Oh,
fedora.
I like that. What
Or
color do you call that?
this is a cranberry Dion. Cranberry Dion, right?
Oh, that
And
cranberry
it,
look
it
good.
gives it like that. It's just different hues as far as the texture and the color effect. Definitely when you see it in the sunlight, like this light here is doing it no justice. But all the torches kind of come out like this. But the cranberry Dion, it was my very first favorite. All
Ooh,
right.
that look nice. Look at here. I have a question for you. Aqua Moore want to know, and I think that's Mir. I want to know what is the email and the social media addresses. I now have them at the bottom, but some people say that they can't quite see them. Sometimes they're
Okay.
small, and I know you said them a little earlier, so maybe that you can say them out again. Uh, the email and the social media addresses, because I have them up there, but they're scrolling by fast, and so you can say them out aloud for them because they're really interested in these beautiful fedoras, baby.
Oh, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. I really do
Oh,
from the
this is
bottom of
my
the
new
heart.
niece, and let me let you see what my new niece said.
Now I don't know if you guys can see that, but that is a barcode, and I know this is like where you can record. I think YouTube you could pause or some or playback or something. So if you can scan that, that'll give you the all my contacts, everything, even the website that's under construction. So don't tap onto it. You're not gonna get a page.
Okay.
Right. But everything else is up and running. The 1-800 number where you can call direct to order.
This here you sounded out like you in school, son.
Okay. So and
Tell it out.
the 1-800 number is
Yeah,
1833.
I
That's
love
eight
it.
three three, right?
Okay,
Two
now
two
you know who you
seven
sound like.
5777. Or it's three sevens if I didn't say three, right? So it's 833-227-5777. Right? But yeah, if you scan that, it'll give you the on TikTok and Instagram. You can just at Dapper Dion. That's DapperDion. Dapper Dion. If you add that, you'll find us on TikTok, TikTok, Instagram. Yeah, and please follow, like, comment, share, all of the above. Help us out. This is the cranberry Dion, and then also for the torch, I have just like that same royal blue. This is a royal torch, so
Oh,
I
that's
don't know if you can
beautiful.
really tell the difference, like in the look. And these royales, they come with the gold clip as well as the all the torches that come with the gold clips. And if you really want the gold clip, you can just request it, and it could be added into as far as an addition.
Ooh, that's beautiful.
Right. So I have the Navy Royale, no, I mean Navy Blue Dion, Fedora.
Oh, that's nice, and I like that feather.
It also has the stamp, which is the 44, which is a brand
Okay.
for DD, fourth letters in the alphabet, Dapper Dion. So it's actually branded inside it. I don't know if you can see it. There it is.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful, boy. You know, now you know how we said in the hood, nigga. Please, you you done something with this. It is absolutely beautiful.
And to feel it, when you get to feel, some of the areas are soft, like the Fedora in its original state, and then it gets rugged. So it's more like a rugged regal. This is the rugged regal, that classy that I was saying I was trying to bring to it. So yeah, the torches are by far my favorite, but I love them all. This is a signature Dion that I have on today. Just some light, bright to kind of complement the fit, you know. So
Go now, show them what you look like.
nah, yeah.
That's that Dapper Dion look, y'all.
Oh yeah, it's people calling the 800 number now. So as soon as we're off the live, I like to try to pay respects to TT, Miss Cheryl, Toothless Tiger, and just kind of stay in tune with you guys. And as soon as I'm done off this live, then I'll take phone calls. But the number is definitely live. It works.
Yeah, that child, that is beautiful. You are hot, hot, hot. You're getting thumbs up and flames and muscles. And let me take this moment. We'll call this a commercial break. If you need to take your swallow to make you holler, then you go ahead and do that, because, you know, sometimes that's what we do. I want to holler at a few people that came into the room. And I want to thank y'all for entering the Tiger's Den. Chase, Joe, I want to say salute. Carlo V, the Sacred Owl, Ellie Renee. I want to thank you guys for now I know I didn't just hear me say no thank you. Don't y'all hate when you know you talking to a motherfucker and they talking about thank you? Thank you guys for coming in, joining me on this evening, and Desmond, because I thought this young man definitely need to be known to the world, because we have one of the things that's wrong with our community is that we spend a lot of money. They say we're the third largest country in spending money, and we refuse to spend with each other. Well, oftentimes we don't even know that we offer the services. And then if we offer the service, and let's just say something should go wrong with whatever it is that we offer, then instead of the individual consumer coming back, talking to us, saying, can I exchange this? Or can I get my money back? Or something went wrong. Instead of us doing that, we'll just say, I ain't gonna never fuck with a nigga again, and go on and start giving our money somewhere in, you know, somebody else's community. But I don't have the exact figures. So when I say this, I'm not saying this out of my knowledge. Somebody may know this figure, but they say that money circulates in the Asian community. Let's say I'm just going to give some numbers, and then if you need to fact check it, look it up and share the real numbers with us. So the Asians' money go around, let's say 9 times, okay? And so now we have the Africans that come from the motherland, they call it Africa. Their money may circulate, let's say 7 times. We have The what we call Hispanics, Latinos, their money circulates, let's say 5 times. Then we have the European, their money circulates. I'm going to give them 12 times. But we have the poor black man that doesn't exist because black is dead in the eyes of the law. The poor nigger, the poor colored, the poor Negro. Our money doesn't circulate a day in our community. Not a day. Not one day. So, what we must do is start supporting one another. And it was so good and so, to me, invigorating to see when Mr. Brown came on and started showcasing uh, small businesses. It really gave us a sense of camaraderie and a sense that we really did care about each other. And so what I did is I took that idea, and that's why I came up with give them something to talk about Tuesdays. Now that I have more people in the room, and I want to say salute to you, Jay Watson. Um, salute. Now that I have more people in the room, we have a lot of entrepreneurs. A lot of entrepreneurs. What I would like for you guys to do, if you have anything that you make or you design, or if you do a spoken word, or if you are an author and you want to promote yourself, then that's what this is all about. That's what we're going to give them to talk about. We're not going to talk about nobody but you, whoever you are, for that time. And I'm going to do that at no cost to you because so many people have done things for me that I can't even imagine that people would do for me. It's like when you guys acknowledge me with cash apps. Y'all don't really know how much that really means to me. And at the time that you guys do that, how I really need it. And I greatly appreciate it. And you do it out of the abundance of your heart. And I can't thank you enough. But I want you to understand that this is a place. Hopefully, we can grow together and we can grow bigger. It seems like I can't leave the 1290 mark. Every day, I either lose 2 or 3 people or then I gain them back. But I'm not worried about numbers because they don't move me. As I told everybody, if I didn't have but 3 people, and shit, if I didn't have but me, I told you I'd get on this motherfucker and talk like I'm talking to 1 million people because I just believe that's who I am. And I can do that because I want to. And I like it. And I love my people. Now, I don't like most of my goddamn people because they don't want to act right. But I love them. And so I want to help them. And that's why we're here to do what we do. I said I was going to tell y'all a story because I know that we live for my stories. And I have so many damn stories. I can't even think of a story to tell at this time because Desmond has just blown my mind with these beautiful, beautiful hats and especially those colors. Desmond, let me ask you when you finish explaining what you're going to explain, would you can you give us an area of the cost? Are you willing to tell us where the cost range is so that because you got some people want to spend a couple of dollars in your community? Let me shout out to Jay Watson Entertainment and Heartbreak Kid. Salute. I think I covered everybody, and it's on you, Desmond. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. No, so to address that immediately, yeah, because I didn't say anything about that, the cost. So from the 3 lines that we have available, there's the Dion Fedora, which are the simple, not simple, but the plain band and just regular band and emblem and everything. Those are 125. Every item is plus tax, but those are 125. The signature Dion's creations are 155 plus tax.
Do this
And
for
then
me, Desmond. Desmond, do this for me. When you name the one with the price and they change, let us look at it so we can dream about it.
okay, so these are the Dion fedoras, right? The Just for the people who don't like all of that, I don't need all that rah-rah and all this and that. They just want the simple fedora, right? So we have these in different colors, the purples in the same colors that you've seen, olives. We have the olive color. Also, we have, like white, red, just different colors for you in the same style, right? And also the one of my favorite too. I have to show you this one. And this is the last one, the rust. I don't know if these colors are coming across true to screen,
Yeah,
but
they beautiful.
yeah, this is a rust color. I like to refer to them as Uncle Rust.
Y'all, do y'all know he offered to give me a hat? And I said no because I don't wear hats, but I'm damn near about to change my mind.
Go ahead. I would love to bring you on over into the hat world. So this is like I said, this is the Purple Rain, and this is a signature Dion fedora. So it is 155 plus tax and shipping. If I have to, if you're in need of shipping, so yeah, so the shipping costs or whatever be included on there. And like I said, I kind of on the signatures, I kind of torched the bottom. You can request for it not to be if you prefer not. They can just come, and they are regular felt. I was reading through some of the questions, and I was going to try to address them, but there's quite a few. So I will try to address every question. It'll have to just be after, I guess. They'll be able to
address them. If you don't have to rush, address them.
Okay.
This
So
is
yeah,
your time.
these are felt hats. Someone asked, are they felt? These are felt. Of course, when I torch them, it gives it a different feel. But yeah, they are felt hats.
Hey
I
D,
do not have a straw hat in, but I am working on a design, and it'll be a complete custom for Dapper Dion. So you'll look forward to the inserts on the inside, as far as the hat liners and all of that. So we have some more nice items coming. I'm working on it. I'm trying to get it as fast as I can going. Like I said, I just started. It's brand new, but loving every second of it. So yeah, signature Dion. These are 155, right? And then the torch. See if I can show you a different torch color. This is like a orange, so it's like a burnt orange torch, right? Like I said,
let
it
me
comes
stop
with.
you for 1 minute there. Got to cut you off.
Go
You
ahead.
got 2 orders already. One for $150. One of them want $150 hat, and Joe want to order. I don't know what his cost, but it's
No problem.
Carlo V and Joe. So they'll be getting in touch with you. And then and then I wanted you to see what this young fella said. He said D cold. And of course, you know who that is.
Who is that?
That's great.
Oh, Greg. What's up with it, brother? Used to say Lil Greg. I've been calling him Lil Greg all my life, but I dare not put Lil in front of him, man. Big ups, man. Respect. I be seeing you on the book too, man. I love every minute of it, man. Enjoy life. Yeah,
Oh,
man.
he's always enjoying life.
Oh yeah, you can tell it. It exudes. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Yeah.
he's a great guy. So I tell him all the time, son, you're a beautiful son. Live your life. Do whatever you
For
need to do
real.
because
For real. Like
anytime
Ron
his
Lee
mama
said.
need money, and she always need money, he gonna make sure. Now he ain't gonna give it to me when I ask, but he gonna make sure it's in
You
the
know he
bank
gonna give
account,
it
so
to
I
you.
don't have to worry.
Yeah, he gonna give it to you. I don't know who he think he tricking. He ain't
I
tricking me.
see.
Yeah. I mean, but as he should, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Salute, Zerlina Hughes. Salute. Welcome to the Tiger's Den. Simset, welcome. Okay.
Yeah, this camera kind of threw me off. So
Oh, that's pretty. Is that orange?
yeah, it's like an orange. And then when
Oh,
you
yeah, that's pretty.
get a different little texture to it where it's torched. Yeah. So that's like an orange color, like a yeah. So. Then this is a torched olive.
Ooh,
It has a different little band on it, only because I guess I was just feeling a little different that day. But yeah, I want to kind of give you guys some different looks other than just the simple. So we have some different styles coming in as well. But yeah, these are definitely by far my favorites. These torch, man. Yeah,
but that is
it's
beautiful.
just a rugged look, and I mean when you place them on, actually, so like now.
Carlo V said, "That's me right there." Let me put some respect on a cash app I received from Mimi. Mimi, $5. Thank you, Mimi. You know, I had a problem before calling names because I messed up someone's name, but my brother really, after talking to me and we converted about like the other day when I said how good I feel when people salute me in the chat. So he said that it's just something about hearing your name. And so, since I am a transparent person, I just got to find a better way so that I read it first before I blurt it out. But I want to always acknowledge you for acknowledging me because you don't have to support me, but you do. And I want you to be acknowledged and feel good like I feel when I see my name. So, Mimi, I want to say salute for the $5 cash app. Thank you so very much. Go on, Dapper. Boy, you looking dapper.
Thank you, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so yeah, so
Desmond.
those are the different lines. I have the torch line. Those are 220. 220 $220. And these are, like I'm saying, right now I'm doing direct sales, so these are like discounted, to be honest, far as the pricing that I'm thinking that we're leaning toward with the product. Not to sound greedy or nothing, but we want to be ranked, like, you know, when you think of Christian Dior or Louis Vuitton or any of those products, I want you to think of Dapper Dion in the same fashion. You know, it's not something that you can get all over the world. They're unique designs created by me and my team, and that's the value that I see in the company. So yeah, and in turn, we will work and work and work to ensure that we're bringing you the best that we can provide to you. You know, far as with that whole servicing of the world of Fedoras.
The
Yeah, so
absolute. That's
yeah.
beautiful.
And so I just like this every day. So for people who some people don't wear headpieces, I understand it's not for everybody. But for those that enjoy a nice headpiece, especially when you're going out, or if you're just in the day or the night where you're trying to block the sun or just keep it warm, you know, nice and tight, light and bright, you know, as I like to say. But yeah, all over. It's just a nice addition to your whole fashion that you're bringing. So yeah, good look. So questions. Let me see if I can see any other.
Oh, Laura Lala. She has a $220 order.
And to those making orders, yeah, we appreciate you from the core sincerely, for real. And we'll get to you guys as soon as we are done with the live.
So what I need to understand, I don't know if they're actually placing the orders right now. So let me just see if Wilma, if you can tell me, are they placing the orders? Or they're wanting something that or needing something to place the orders? Because
Yeah, because to place an order, like I said, I'm doing direct sales. What I mean by that is you'll directly deal with me or someone on the team where we'll take your order and your information and if there's shipping involved and all of that and
okay, I see
get
what it is. She's
mhm.
telling you what she wants.
Right.
So Gotti is putting in your information. Gotti, drop that 800 number in there for me so that they can call and talk directly to him. Especially if you want to call this evening, he'll be available to take those calls. Because it sounds like you might have 3 or 4 hats already gone. Well, that's what it sounds like to me.
Oh, and some of these are one creations. Like, let me show you this one. So this style here, which is a
Ooh,
signature
that's
Dion
nice.
custom. It's a signature Dion custom. This one is one of a kind. This band that I created here, I don't have many of these. It's just a one size. If you can fit it, you can fit it. If you can't, it's for somebody else. But this is, and the reason why I kind of, it's a replica of the very first hat that I created when I started. When I was someone gave me the 7 hats. It's a replica of that
Ooh,
very
that's
hat.
nice.
So yeah.
Someone has a question. Carlo V, he's a young man, and he'd like to know, where are you buying your fitted suits?
Well, actually, they are not. They don't come fitted. And that's another question. I'm glad you said that. Someone asked, "Do I?"
Come up a little bit. I can't hear you.
Someone was asking, "Do I help people with fashion?" Like, no, the term slipped my brain.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, they call him like a stylist.
Yeah, am I a stylist or something to that nature, right? Not as of yet, but I've been asked several times. I've actually helped a couple of people. So I'm thinking about offering that as a service as well. I'd have to kind of research. I'm like good at I'm real big on fair of pricing, right? So I kind of
Hmm.
see what's offered in the market. I don't just kind of create these prices. I see what the market is doing, and then I kind of try to shoot up under them in the beginning because I'm in the beginning, to give the service and I'll
Exactly.
grow we kind of grow together, so to speak. So yeah,
Okay, we have a professional said you would consider calling it fashion consulting.
fashion consulting.
That's
That's
what
it.
you would be.
That's it. A consultant, and I do
uh,
consulting work. It's just
exactly.
it
Salute,
slipped my mind. I
Anonymous.
don't know why it
So
slipped
glad
my
you
mind.
made it.
But yeah,
Uh,
thank you for that.
so
Fashion
much is
consulting.
true. Dress from head to toe. And what Kobe he tries to do, soldiers can also be his stylist. Okay, well, Sim said, can you give us some information?
Okay, so like the
No, I'm asking this lady. She's telling us, she said somebody would buy your hats and you could style them too. Someone named Kofi, I don't know who that is. Uh, uh, you know what? I think I do know who that is. I think somebody trying to be funny. Yeah, somebody trying to be funny. They ain't serious with the goddamn. Okay, I just figured that out. I read that somewhere. That's why I know what that is. Okay, I got the joke. I got the joke. Not funny. Okay. Nice to see a fashionable black man to support. Memphis, salute. Go ahead. You can go ahead and talk.
yeah, Wilma. Thank you, Wilma. I see that. That's been across the screen.
Huh?
No, I was just speaking to Wilma when you said nice to see a
Do you
fashion
ship overseas?
support. Oh, she
People
is.
want to know.
Oh, yeah, I do. I mean, right now we're shipping wherever, long as you like I say, take care of the shipping costs. We'll ship it to you. We'll get yours to you.
Wherever you want it to go.
Right. And yeah, we are just like I said, this is all fairly new to us. So we will definitely be working our tails off trying to ensure that we get them to you in a timely fashion. So, but I would suspect it would just be normal shipping time for the areas that in which you guys are from Dallas.
But look at what Anonymous said for the consulting, fashion consulting. At least.
Oh, oh yeah, yeah. I mean, money is not really the whole. That's not really my forefront. I mean, I know everything revolves around it, right? You got to have money to pay for bills and things of that nature. But if
I
you,
love your heart. That's the way
yeah,
I am.
yeah, but if you focus on the value that you're bringing, so I would
Yes.
I would have to ensure that I'm gonna bring you that value for whatever the buck would be, and kind of weigh it up to that. later after I find the value, right? So, but yeah.
But look at that. She said you could offer her packages, like combine the consultant with the slight discount on your hats, and the hat's the only product. That's just a way that you can do both.
Right. That's an
Well, did you
excellent idea.
ever tell him, because I know you went to talking about it, you say you look at prices, but did you tell him like where you go to buy your suits?
Oh, I
Because he
didn't.
liked the way that suit fits.
I didn't. So I get my suits from Men's Warehouse, but I have them tailored. I just have them tailored. That way they're they hug me. Like wearing suits even in the summer or whatever. If you wear bulky clothes, it kind of tends to make you hotter. So I'll try to make them, kind of cut to me for as well as far as the look. But cut to me so that it's kind of cooler that way. Keeps you cool. So yeah, I have them tailored. Just Men's Warehouse, or if I catch something online, or just the normal thing. Because I don't really go out much trying to shop. But if I have to get something, I'll stop at Men's Warehouse, and I'll try to go like on a. I'll give you the game on that. Like this a golden nugget. Go on like a Wednesday or a Thursday. They tend to run specials, and you can also get points while you're shopping. So when you do spend those dollars, it's the same as anything with as far as leveraging your debts, right? When I was talking about entrepreneurs needing to leverage the debts that you incur trying to get your business started, right? You want to leverage that to build on it the same you would as all those other platforms. Salute to the host. Yeah,
I'm
salute
just
to those.
sitting up here and putting some of the questions, and so you can see. Um, Anonymous always have some great things to say. You got that?
I do. Do you give a discounted product for the referral? Like I said, we're just starting. I with all my other companies, to be honest, I always offer like some sort of referral for service. This is the first product that I've ever done, so we don't have anything in place far as a referral. But like I said, I'm the owner, so it doesn't take anything off the board, like 10-15% off of your purchase of a product. Definitely, we love to give back to anyone who's showing support. So it's always a way to find out, like they say, it's a million ways to skin a cat. So
Mm-hmm.
if where there's a will, there's a way. So we have the will. So yeah, it's a way. And
Well, I think the beauty in it all, you can hear the heart that you have. And so I think when you do something that you love, and you say you love this, and you have grown, that came to be your baby. When you do something that you love, you kind of make sure that you take care of whoever it is that will, support you. And
right,
that's what a lot of us don't understand. I think even when, we get messed over sometimes in our community, we're so quick to say, I ain't never gonna call another, you know, black person again. But we don't ever say that about the European. We keep going again and again and again. But I think that everybody start out with the heart to serve and, to really give a good product. And then something happened along the way. But I think that's fantastic, what you're doing.
thank you, thank you, thank you,
Okay,
sincerely.
Anonymous said it's she's giving you an idea.
Hmm. Okay. So when you say subservice, yeah, you have to elaborate. Like I said, I'm new to this. I'm not one to pretend like I know something I don't. If I don't know it, I'm gonna ask a question. So yeah, so by subservices, um, yeah, because I don't have a publicist. Yeah, small business owner. Just starting 2-3 months in, and It's a very new platform for me, so I don't have a publicist. Need to get one then. If you're saying I should get my publicist to reach out, that's what I need.
to various prospective partners.
Right.
Yeah, so perhaps you might need to get her IG information or something so that you can give her DM and maybe she
Yeah,
can
Anonymous Wish, gonna drop your ID. Add you on to the team.
elaborate on that,
Yeah, come here for some
because
beer.
she's very, very knowledgeable. She wrote a book. As a matter of fact, I think it was delivered today. I just bought it, and I
Oh,
think it was delivered today. And she
awesome.
wrote an article on Black Twitter. And so she's very, I call her phenomenal, which I call most of us that, but she's very deep and very willing to give her knowledge. And
Right.
so that's fantastic. Let me just say salute to David. Salute, David. And I thought I saw someone else that I hadn't seen. We try to acknowledge you, Father, Son, Plays. We want to say salute. We're right a little bit over our hour, but since we're talking one with another, we're going to let you all get some more questions out or whatever, because I just want to try to be mindful and keep it, not so long, but I love it when we engage with one another. And I'm so grateful that you guys are staying with us this long to communicate.
Oh, TT, let me share something real quick too. I noticed you said earlier there's a lot of entrepreneurs on watching.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I just want to share a quick tip real quick. This is a golden nugget, like not
Okay.
just trying to sell anything. I operated under my DBA for seven years, right? And like I said, when I started my LLC, I noticed I was at day one and I hadn't leveraged anything. If you are an entrepreneur, go ahead and not, if you don't get with me, get with a professional, get you a entity established that fits. Like, do your research and under far as LLCs and S corp and C corps, and because you can have an LLC and still elect to be taxed as an S or a C corp. So
Mm-hmm.
that on the tax side to save you the taxation, far as the new laws that they just passed, that's governing DBAs and 1099 and self contractors and people who reporting that they make cash. They're going to tax us more money. That's what the government is not saying right now, but they just established those laws. So the business owners or the small business owners, we are the targets. So what you do to offset that is you get you an entity and you elect to be taxed as an LLC or an S corp, whichever one best suits you. Like I said, do your research. I'm not a guru, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a person who kind of walked through those little rings of fires, learned my lesson, and if I had a chance to have anyone to explain this type of stuff to me, especially for free, I would have taken heed to it and applied a lot of these tactics. And today I'll be further along in my journey. Not to say that I'm not thankful for the trials and tribulations that brought me to my start, because everything happens has reason, right? But beyond that, create you an LLC, do the election. They call it making an election with the LLC. That's why you're not regarded to as it's called a disregarded entity when you do not make an election, which puts you on the Schedule C, the same that you was filing if you was a 1099 or if you just was making cash. So you're not paying $300 to be taxed the same way, right? So do your research, like I said, or get with a professional and make that election with the LLC if you go that route. So most people do, so they don't have the responsibilities of keeping numbers with the meetings and all of that stuff with the S corp and C corporation structures. But yeah, create an LLC entity, get a business address. Do not use your home address. Get a business address. If you don't, well, Des, I don't have a brick and mortar. No problem. Get you a virtual business address. Then get you a virtual business address. When you get that virtual business address, make sure you clear it with the people who you're setting it up with. Let them know that you want to establish a bank account using this address and will be any issues, just to ensure that you can use that address across the board, because you're going to use that address as opposed to your home address, because lenders typically lend, or they look for in the underwriting process, they look at those things. If you have a business address, if you have a 411 listing, if you have a website, if you have a corporate email address, not a des@gmail.com. Like our email now for Dapper Dion is sales or des at dapperdionllc.com. Right? It's a business address, so they don't see the Gmail address. And those are part of the structurings that you'll do before you start to building corporate credit. You want to build a foundation for the business, so when you stack everything on top of it, it'll hold, right? Because you're not building it for it to crumble because it's on a bad foundation, right? So credibility for your company is highly important. So, like I said, I do offer consulting work, and that's part of the structure that I offer with that platform, corporate credit consulting. That's only if you need help. But that is a golden nugget that I actually sell to my clients. So I was just blessing you guys with that information. Wanted to give back and for Miss TT, sure, Toothless Tiger, bringing me on the show.
That's let me ask you something. They want to know, can you, if they order now, can you get them back to them so that they can have them by Father's Day?
When's Father's Day?
It's in June sometime now. I don't know what day.
It's in June,
It's
and we
normally
are.
around the
And
16th to the 20 something. It's going to be probably like the second or third
and we're
Sunday in June.
and we're in May. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. All of my sales have been local. So far as getting into shipping, I know, like I said earlier, where there's a will, there's a way. I know you can ship products out. I can take it to the post office myself if need be, but I don't have the experience of knowing the actual turnaround time. So from Dallas to wherever you are, just allow that time frame, and I definitely can get the shipping done for you. When we do the cost, I will definitely include it so you'll know what the shipping is. And I'm working on the website to bring you guys a more solid platform, so all of these questions will already be, kind of addressed for you. So we are in the making of it. Just be patient with us. Give us some time. Kind of took off faster than I even thought it would have. So from the start till now, from the day I said, hey, I'm going to take it a little serious. And yeah, just so I thank God for it. But yeah, we are just still growing. So bear with
So
us.
then let me ask you a question. So since everything you have done locally, I think the biggest concern would be, um, do you think that you could have them made if they ordered now? How long is the process for making a hat?
It's different
Because
time frames. It could be anywhere from 35 to 40 minutes to a couple of hours, depending on which one you order. The torch edition products are a little more time consuming. They're the most time consuming because it involves a lot of shaping, and
okay,
like to take my time, and we take our time with that shaping and branding and all of that. So anywhere from 30 minutes to probably about 2 hours per item. So it's not really just a lot entailed into it. Probably be more because I mean, like I said, I love it. It just kind of fly by. So, but yeah, around that time frame. So yeah, just incorporate into the whole order because you order all the time, right? So it takes what is it, like 14 days or sometimes three to five. You have some overnights depending on what's specific to your ordering. So what is it like an extra, like it be anywhere from 10 to 18 bucks or something, so something like that. But don't quote me on that. Like I said, I don't know for sure.
so this is to Louisiana. I think you can do it from what you're saying. It's just
Mm-hmm.
according to when they order, because Chase is in Louisiana, so that's next door. Hell, if we have to, we can just jump in the ride and both of us rolling.
Right, hop in the pigs and ride down the highway,
If we
right?
have
No, but not to sound vague or nothing. I do not like to promise anything that I don't know definitely, what it is. So if I don't know it, I'm not gonna say it like that,
That's
So
good. That's
yeah, that's
Did
just
you
that's
see what
really it.
Wilma said
What's that?
on the screen here?
Oh, and yeah. I know. I mean, hey, when
So
you're in business so
you
long,
just solidified that, and you hadn't even read it.
right. I mean, when you're in business, man, you realize, man, honesty is your best policy. Like you have
All
to
you
be
have is your
transparent.
integrity.
Yeah, you have to be. Yeah, and that's what it is right
That's
there.
all you have.
Yeah.
Your name,
Yeah.
and
So after I became
your
a
good name is
businessman and I
worthy.
realized, hey, I'm a businessman. I'm like, well, what kind of businessman will you be? Not a
See,
perfect businessman, but an honest one, definitely. I won't lie to you. I'll tell you the truth. I fly to you before I lie to you, and I don't have my wings yet. That in the physical form, put it like that. So
that's a good one. I like that.
yeah.
Wilma has a question. I want to say salute to my little new nephew, Longhead and Maria S. Salute. Welcome to the Tiger's Den. Wilma has a question. I'm going to let you answer
One of your students? No. What you mean?
it.
What you mean by that? I mean, well, hey, in a sense, yeah. Because, like I say, when I was younger, I saw them across the street, and she's always been a studious, just impeccable neighbor. So, never nothing like, you can be pulling your blind. Look what she doing. We never went through none of that. It's always been nothing but the real deal over there. Her and her entire family. So it's not just her. I mean, that's just the breed. That's the cloth that they cut from. So no, I'm not a student directly, but indirectly, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a pretty good street, and we all try to take care of each other. When our home burned down, it was his mom that used to sit up with me and sit outside. When our home burned down, and I told you I always have to tell the story. This um, in 2013, on December 16th, my sister came back to holler, "Get up! The house on fire! The house on fire!" So, at first I was kind of thinking she was playing, but I'm like, ain't nowhere in the hell she making this shit up. And I was asleep. It was like 6 in the morning. So I jumped up and I grabbed my purse and keys. And so I'm like, well, damn, how I'm going to get out of here? And then I thought, well, hell, if she just came and went back out, I guess I could go out that way. So I got up and got out. And when I get to the kitchen, my bedroom is on the back of the house. And her bedroom is closer to the front. And I get to the kitchen and she's standing in front of our hot water heater was on fire. And she's standing her ass up there with a fire extinguisher, don't know how to make it work, and just sitting there trying to make it work. I told her, girl, if you don't get your ass out this house, before it blow up, because we don't know what's going on. So we go on out the house on the porch, and the fire department, we called them again because they hadn't made it. And then they finally made it. And when they came, okay, they said they put the fire out. And we have an attic. So I asked them, I said, did you guys go up in the attic? And they said, no, but we put the foam up there and we put our heat sensor up there. And it says that all the fire is gone. And I said, well, okay, then. And so I said, well, my sister decided to stay at home. And I went to pick up my little babies. I call my grandbabies. I went to pick them up so I could come and bring them to school. And so as I go to pick them up, I'm coming back home and I'm at a red light and I see smoke in the area of where we live. And so I was saying, oh, I hope that family is all right and everybody make it out safe. Because I'm saying we had a fire that morning. So I get a phone call while I'm at the red light. It's one of my neighbors. Cheryl, hurry home, your house on fire. I say, boy, what the fuck you talking about? Hell, our house on fire. It's already been on fire. Our house ain't on no goddamn fire. He said, yes, it is. I'm standing here looking at it with, my sister. And it's coming all out the attic. I said, you lying. So by the time I took the kids to school and came to the house, the street was blocked off because by now they got about 9 fire trucks out there because they did not go up in the attic and put it out. So our house didn't burn down. Our house burned up. And what I mean by that is our house burned all the way at the top. And they had to cut a big hole in the roof of the kitchen. And the rest of the house was destroyed by smoke and water because this time they made sure that they saturated the house with water. where if they would have done what they should have done the first time, we wouldn't have had that issue. Well, we always say if it had been and what could have been, but maybe if they would have done what they should have done the first time, we wouldn't have been blissed the way we are now, because now we live, and a lot of people don't know about Texas and Dallas, Texas, but there is a section of Dallas known as Highland Park. And I haven't done the research to see if as yet they have, I think they've had their first Asiatic American. I'm not sure. But used to be, they had no one living there but all Europeans. But I can tell you, when we rebuild our home at the same address that my mom, who was a maid, before she passed, she left her children a paid for home. And I was insistent that we were going to move right back in our home at our address. We were not leaving where we grew up, because we're in the heart of the ghetto. Drugs are all around us. Shooting is all around us. But this little block, this little street is very cohesive. And all of us have been here at least 50 years or more. Everybody in this block. And all of the children are all gone. And now they have children, and some of them have children. But it's very cohesive. So most of us are all seniors, and we all look out for each other. And like I said, it was his mom that would come. I would go over her house every day, and her husband would cook for us. And I used to love the way she say, honey. And that's all she got to do is say, honey. And he going to do whatever. Hell, it's like he knew what to do. But he would cook us breakfast. He would cook us lunch. And I mean, it's just, you can't ask for better neighbors than what we have. Now we're all kind of older and broken, but we're here because that happened in 2013. But our home looked like we live in Highland Park in my mind. We live in a mansion. We had a 12,000 square foot home. Now we have 25. We had a beautiful European insurance agent who came in and saw my sister's clothes and her shoes. And she said, Ma, you have some beautiful things. And so the little guy that was with her, he was European. He said, oh, them must be your church clothes. But whatever they were, let me tell you, she paid us to the full extent of our policy with no pictures. She took 3 pictures and she told them that's all we needed. No receipts, no nothing. And she paid us to the full extent. And we were able to build. It's a 2,500 square foot home. And we came from 12. And so, you know, some people, when you tell them your experience, they'll say, ooh, I need to burn my house down so I can get a new house. And that to me is insulting, because we didn't burn no fucking house down. We're just happy to be alive today because we woke up to a hot water heater. And y'all not going to believe this, where the hot water heater was on fire, it was in the center of the metal. How that happened, go figure. It wasn't at the bottom where the fire is. It wasn't at the top. It was in the center of the metal. It was just like the burning bush. It was just fire around that hot water heater. And I don't know what happened. We still don't know what happened. But we're glad to be here. And then it's good to keep your insurance up. If you don't pay nothing else, please pay your insurance. You may not have a lot. You know, oftentimes we think that we can't afford insurance because it's too much. And truly, they're robbing us. They really are. But it is better to have something happen and you have insurance than to have something happen and you don't. Okay. Right. Carlo B want to know, Des, if you have ever shipped to Georgia.
No, I haven't. As I stated earlier, all my sales have been direct sales. Like they've been local, not direct. They've been local sales. So I haven't shipped to Georgia, but I will.
Okay, he said, did you hear him, Carlo? He said he will.
Yes,
and
sir.
M. Max says that most, I'll put it up. He says that most UPS or USPS does overnight shipping depending on the weight.
There
It
you
starts
have
at
it.
25.
There, yeah. It's the Bible says study to show thyself approved. So when I'm saying like I know these things can happen, I'm not trying to sound overconfident or big
Be
headed. And
you.
I just know you'll be able to get it done. So like there it is, about $25 for overnight. So it'll be $25 added to the order, and it'll be just that simple to get yours to you.
So
But
Ivy, what's your question?
but again, just to state for everybody else, you can just at Dapper Dion on TikTok and Instagram, and that's
Ooh,
DapperDion, just two N's.
this is a
Uh,
great question.
that is a good question. Well, the sizes only they come in certain sizes, right? Like small, medium, large, or even in the size range. So, but no, I'm not currently making any fedoras for kids. I don't even believe I've seen that size. I know they have them, but I haven't been looking at that for many of the vendors. But I definitely I always take note to like questions or most folks get criticism
Mhm.
or even bad comments made to you and they get all kind of beside themselves. It's a reason for everything. So it's all about perspective. And not to say that I'm perfect and I take everything good, but that's what I try to. I try to
Yes,
find I try to be optimistic with the way I'm gonna perceive it because this my mind. So the way I
yes.
choose to look at it, that's the world that it is right there because this is my world.
I
So if I
love
choose
it.
to look at it a different way, other than the intent of the person, then hey, that's my business. Like that's what I can do. So,
I love it. I love it.
I
I
mean,
love it.
because you can't control people, but you have to try to find out how to control yourself. You know what I
That's it.
mean? And doing that, you control everything. So, who need to control other people? You control yourself. You'll be all right.
We
You
need
know.
some young men to be around you. That's just it's so beautiful to hear a young man to impart so much wisdom. That means we know that you had some wise teaching. And I want to share with most of you guys, when I was telling y'all the other day about the holiness church that we used to go to, it was his grandmother that we used to go to church with, and that was before he was probably a little bitty bumpkin,
I remember that church.
probably in his mama's arms
I remember
when
that
I
church
was the
called Little
wash
House
me
of
girl at
Pentecost.
that church.
Mm-hmm.
But it was his grandmother, who Miss Willie, who used to take us to church, and we did the little holiness thing, and I sung the little wash me song, and it was his sister and their first cousin that used to beat that tambourine like nobody's business, that
I
I never
remember that.
could get it, but they used to beat the
Wow.
shit out that tambourine. But it is his people that did that. I thought I seen something else here. M. Mac also said as long as it's done by 12 or 1 p.m., as long as
Oh, okay.
when you're going to ship it.
Okay.
Let me see.
That's good information. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, look what A said.
I mean, yeah,
She said it's refreshing.
she no lies detected. I agree with you. Like I say, and no one's perfect, right? I ain't acting like I have a halo over my head by any means. But just transparency is just what I'm trying to bring. That's it.
That's what it's all about. When you
Yeah.
when you live in transparency, what I try to share with people is you're only as sick as your secrets. And so if you have no secrets, then you don't have to worry about nobody having the ups on you,
Yeah,
because that's
everybody
what people
exposed.
love to do. They love to have the ups on you. And so you kind of kill that. And this is what Anonymous said. Maybe you might want to consider this one day as you start making, more hats, or making a special hat.
Yeah, I have a couple of clients who are larger in the size of the head. So I bought a tool to stretch the product. So to a certain degree, we can get an extra inch and a half to two on the extra large products. Other than that, I have been thinking about that though, about not just men with locks, but women. They have bigger hair. Sometimes the way they wear the style of hair. So I thought about trying to get larger sizes. So yeah, I ordered a tool that'll assist me in kind of getting a stretch from the extra large that they come in. It's a extra large. They come in large. Small, medium, large, extra large, right? Those sizes, I'm still learning. I don't know them like right off the bat, but I do have my size chart where they actually have the actual hat like 7 and a quarter or 7.5 and things of that nature for the size of the hat. But
What
small,
size is it that you wear?
This is a medium. Yeah, I used to be in a extra large, but I lost some weight, so my head shrunk. I didn't even know that was possible. But yeah, I
Yeah,
thought
it
I thought the
does.
size of my head was the size of my head. So, but yeah, it shrunk. So
Thank you, Wilma. I'm trying to see if we have any other
yeah,
questions.
Tim
I
said
know
that.
that this runs behind. So somebody's in Mando in California.
Mm.
Yeah, it is anonymous. It's so scary, and I even have one of those stories. We have a neighbor, and here in the city of Dallas, if you're a senior citizen or if you're disabled, they used to have a program that will build your house over. If you own your house and you owe no taxes on the house, then you can get this program. And they used to tear it down all the way and rebuild from the foundation up. And we have one of our neighbors who's been here. Um, I think they've been here longer than us, and we've been here like 56 years. And they had the city built their home during the time we got our house rebuilt from the fire. They moved back in their home November of 2014. And the gentleman, he was cooking. He's an older man, and he lost his wife 1 month. She got to move in her house and see her brand new, beautiful house for 1 month. And that was the most beautiful month I would imagine of her life. But she did get to go in her home. But just a couple of months ago, there was a fire. He was cooking, and I don't know what happened because he was awake, but he was on the phone with his sister. And somehow the house caught a fire and it gutted out the whole inside of their home. I mean, they lost completely everything in the fire. And I don't think it's that they don't have insurance. It may not be enough to cover whatever it is, but I know that they had a GoFundMe page out there, and they were trying to raise $20,000 to help him get back in his home because he really wants to go back home. And so it is devastating when you don't have insurance or if you don't have the right coverage. And they tend to sell us things overpriced, but really we don't have coverage. And so you really need to learn, and we'll go through that on one of our Sundays in the Tiger's Den, uh, how to really read your contracts, because we really don't understand or overstand what we're putting our name on and what we're subjecting ourselves to. So let's see if we have any other questions before we go. So Ivy, my screen came up. Okay. Okay, she says she really hope that you consider kids fedoras eventually. Take your time. Okay, and so Laura was letting y'all know that when we was trying to move back in our home, we had many trials and tribulations from scammer to scammer. The first scammer was my sister's brother-in-law, and we ended up actually in court with this young man. I think he was trying to take all of our money, and we ended up going to court, and we were represented. Well, we was represented by one of the most prestigious law firms in the country, and my son had a friend that worked there. And so that's how we ended up with that law firm. And they charged about like pretty much any other law firm. We didn't have to pay an exorbitant amount, but we had to pay more than we should have had to pay. And we had to pay it out of our insurance money. And then we ran out of what we were willing to pay them because we wasn't getting anywhere. Um, what happened is the brother-in-law took a check, a $15,000 check without a contract. And I didn't know about it. And when my son told me about it, I was livid. And then I caused, the confusion because he was going to give us our money back. We could not afford, just because he said that we knew he was a master electrician. We did not know that he was claiming to have, home building company. So we needed a contract, and I wanted our money back. And then they wanted to pretend that we didn't give them that for that purpose, and they were not going to give us our money back. And so, of course, we went and got attorneys and filed a suit, but they ended up filing the suit the day before us. So then we became the defendants as opposed to the plaintiffs. And then when we ran out of money, we just represented ourselves. And trust me, I'm not an attorney. I don't practice law, but as I told y'all, I research, I read, and so I started preparing our motions and our pleadings, and we had a notebook about this thick, and we ended up going to court, and we had two different lawsuits because theirs, and then we were countering, and we were in two different courts. So when we got to this one lady, she told us that, this was some nice work, and she can tell whoever did this did some beautiful, very good work. She said, but it's wrong, and I'm not going to tell you the right way to do it. But since you have a case in another court, I'm just going to transfer you all in one place. And so that's what she did. She transferred us all in one place. And when we went to court, I was devastated, actually, when we left there because she was so rude to us, and, it was so unnecessary. So when I got out, I'll answer your question in just a minute, Sam. When I got out, I'm going to ask you, Des, because the question is for you, Des. Sim said so, but we'll answer that in just a moment. When we got out of the courtroom, we went into the elevator, and it was this European man, and I love bob haircuts, and he had a bob type haircut. Some people call it a chili bowl, but it was real blonde, and it was streaked, and it was beautiful. And I love men in navy blue suits. Navy blue, white, and red. That's what I always taught my son. When he go look for a job, you wear navy blue with a white shirt and a red tie. Why? Because all the Europeans claim to be so patriotic. And that's the red, white, and blue. So I love to see men in navy blue suits. And this guy, I was complimenting him on his look. And we just laughed and talked, and he was talking about just coming from vacation. So when we was leaving out the building, and I'm a big girl, right? Now, he don't know me from Aunt your mama, but I was trying to go through the turnstile when you're getting ready to go out the door, the little round one, and, my little belly was getting stuck. He told me, come on, mama, come on, you can do it. So I damn near want to cuss his ass out, but I just laughed, and he was standing there holding the door open for me, and I thanked him, and we all walked out the door. And then I asked him, so what kind of law do you do? And so he told me what kind he was, and I was telling him the reason I was asking, because I gave him a little bit of what happened. And then he said, really? He said, I said, here's my notebook. So when he started reading it, he said, damn, you did this? He said, this is some good shit. He said, you should have looked like you should have went to I can't think of the name of the law firm. I wish I could, but I can't. Since I can't, he said, you should have went to there. And I said, Abby, goddamn, you finna make me use my second language. I wasn't gonna cuss. I said, but how the fuck did you say that name? He said, because they the number one law firm. I said, those were the people who said they got mad at me because I was asking too many questions. And so they said that we couldn't work together. Anyway, we was running out of money, but they didn't want to work with me because I seen some things that they were just not quite doing right. So, anywho, these people that we were up against was $1 million company, and it's me and my sister, and they took our $15,000. So what ended up happening? The attorney name was Bob Wilson. Anybody need an attorney in Dallas, Texas? Bob Wilson, Robert Wilson. And so he told me when he was looking at all of my paperwork, he said, "This is some damn good shit." He said, "Well, this fella haven't been practicing too long." He said, "Because I can tell by his barcode number." He said, "But I've been practicing," and he went back when his credentials. He said, "Yeah, I'm gonna tell him to look me up." He said, "I'm gonna call this fella. Let me get this phone number." He said, "I'm gonna call this fella and I'm gonna tell him to end this."
Mm.
I said, "Huh?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "This is bullshit." He said, "This is gonna stop." He said, "Give me this is your email address." He said, "I want you to check your email tomorrow evening, and I'm gonna end this. When I call him, I'm gonna tell him who I am, and I'm gonna tell him to look me up. And when he see my history, this will be over." And I want y'all to understand, overstand, and understand. That's why I can do what I do and give so freely, because these people were really fighting us, and they were $1 million company. And the woman looked just like us. The man who took the 15,000 looked just like us. Everything about that was a fraudulent deal, but they were fighting us. But she was one of those individuals that was getting contracts with the city, because I did my due diligence and I did all of my freedom of information requests so I can see who I was really dealing with. Because she said quitting wasn't in her DNA, but they wronged us, but we had to fight for it. But if I tell you that the next day I was laying in my bed asleep and Bob called me and he said, "Cheryl, have you looked at your email?" I said, "No, I haven't." He said, "Well, look at your email. I want you to know that we had a case where it was dismissed." Whatever Bob did, he did that for us at no cost to us. He said, just for who I was and the work that I put in it. So you never know who you're meeting when you meet somebody. That's why you meet them with your authentic self and you meet them with a smile, because you don't know what they're going through. And so I would just ask people to be yourself at all times. And if yourself is shitty, then try to clean it up a little bit. But what some people
Yeah.
think is shitty may not be shitty, and some
Right.
people, you can be the nicest person that you can be, and then people will tell you that it's shitty. Okay. So I just want to throw that story back in there because we got there some kind of way. I got to tell a story. So, Des, did you see the question? What she said, the question is, how much did it cost you to get the trademark? Is it international?
Well, actually, for me to create it, get the trademark, she's talking about the Dapper Dion logo.
I don't know if that's what they're talking about or not.
Mm, yeah,
I
because
don't know, but I tell you what, it's like you told them some things. I think, it's like you told them, you do your due diligence and you do your research. So some things that they need to research and find out.
well, I think
Because,
she asked me like, have I had this logo trademarked or something like that?
yeah, but you never
And,
know people's intentions.
oh well,
So, I'm not
you
saying
know,
that their intentions are bad, but it's just like, when I was asking Anonymous to drop her stuff in here, and she says she's anonymous for a reason. You have to respect that because these people are cruel on this internet. So some things you have to let people find out. That's why when I give my information, I don't practice law, I don't pretend to be, I don't give advice, but what I do is give you nuggets and give you keys. So if I give you a little, then you find out the rest, because I don't know people's intention. I just
right,
know mine, and yours and mine are alike. They're honorable. And I would love to believe that about people. But what has happened to me since entering onto this internet, everybody is not honorable and don't have the same intention. So for us not to judge anybody, we just treat them all the same, and then we don't have any problems. So
right.
yeah, that's how you answer that. I think they said they grew up in Dallas. Okay, that's great. So, y'all, we're at the 145 mark, and you guys have been fantastic to stay with us. I would just like to say again, anybody who has a product or something that they want to showcase to the world, feel free to email me at toothlesstiger7 at gmail.com. And we will be more than happy, I will, to showcase you on a Tuesday. I can't thank you enough for giving us of your time and sharing your product. It looks like something real good came out of this interview, and you are welcome back to the stage as you grow a little bit and you want to be able to share a little more. Then I would say, welcome. You welcome to come back at any time. I really love them little nuggets that you poured. So I may need to be consulting you because this here is for me a business. And right now I'm just getting started. So I really don't have the ground laid. And I do have, that little sonager of mine. I have a sonager. So maybe you can get with him and, we can, work some things out or whatever
Right.
needs to be
Call
done.
me
But
Sonager, huh?
yeah.
Sonager.
Yeah, he think he my daddy sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
He's my sonager. Everybody else got a momager. Well, he's my sonager. And I have to say I love it. I listen to him, you know, most of the time.
Yeah, but yeah, y'all just be sure to follow me on TikTok at Dapper Dion. Again, that's DAPPERDIONN, and on Instagram at the same at Dapper Dion, and then Facebook.com/Dapper Dion. You can find me on there. That's my page on Facebook. So follow me, like, comment, share. And repeat, rinse and repeat. Do the same thing over and over again.
Give that phone number one more time in
On
case
the
somebody
phone,
want to call.
okay, the phone number is 833-227-57777. So it's 3 sevens. I don't know if I just said four. I've been, sipping a little bit, but 833-227-5777 is the phone number. And then the email address is sales or Des, DES. If you guys have some personal questions for me or suggestions or something, you can just give me directly at Des at dapperdionllc.com. And that's the email address. And the sales at dapperdionllc.com is where you can make your Zelle payments for the orders and stuff like that. We also do online credit card transaction orders directly to the company as well. So those are the two means, and those are our platforms. So as of now.
That's great. That's great. So I thank you, young man. It has been nothing but a pleasure to have you here. I want to remind everyone about Sunday. We all know that's Mother's Day, and a lot of you will be spending time with your moms. And of course, my mom is no longer here, but I still plan at 7 p.m. to go on, and it'll be basically talking about mama and the woman. So I ask that you join me on Sunday at, the Tiger's Den on the couch with Toothless Tiger. I thank all of you guys for your support. I thank you, Mimi, again for the Cash App. I greatly appreciate everything you give me because, as we know, time is very important. And for you to give me this time, it means more than I could ever say. So you will hear me say thank you, thank you, thank you so goddamn much. You'll probably say she probably lying about all them damn thank yous. But I promise you, I mean every last one of them. And so I look forward to seeing everybody. It has been a beautiful day, a beautiful process. Let me see. You got cowboy boots. I can't wear them. They're too uncomfortable. Okay, that's Joe is talking to somebody that ain't got nothing to do with me. So I look forward to seeing you all in the Tiger's Den on Sunday at 7, all who can make it. And those who cannot, please have a beautiful, safe Mother's Day. If your mother is alive and you can be with her, please do. If she's not, just know she's in your heart and your mind, and she is here, just not in the physical. And I hope that you have a beautiful one. And on that note, I'm sure I'm going to see some of you guys in somebody's chat a little later on. And so I want to say thank you, Des. Thank you so very much. This has been a beautiful, beautiful evening.
Now, thank you for having me on the show.
Oh, sure. So hold on a minute, Des, and we're going to go out with my beautiful. I don't know if I shouted out Gotti before I go. Gotti, she did my intro, which is absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to play it as my outro as we leave because I feel real good about this interview. I want to shout out a couple of the newcomers, and we do the shout out. I didn't really understand the significance of it at first, but we do that because we're trying to help each other build each other's pages, and we're trying to help each other do something different in our community here on the internet. We want to, you give whatever you have to give, and we want to be able to help one another build. Like I said, my numbers keep fluctuating, 4 or 5. They don't really go up, but I'm going to be satisfied with however it grows. I'm happy. But some of them have not made it to 1,000, and so we're just trying to help each other out. So I'd like to shout out um, a random black guy podcast. Check Random out. His analytical mind and his breakdowns are phenomenal. Thank you for the Cash App, Anonymous. Thank you so very much. $25. Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. Um, and the reason I called out your name and number this time, I pondered with the thought, and my brother just told me that he think that people would really want to hear and know when they give. And I tried that the other day and I messed up and said the person's real name. So I vowed not to do it. But then as I was sharing my story, how glad I be when I see people saying salute to me and I see that Toothless tiger lit up. It makes me feel so good. And I feel so honored. So he said, you know how you feel, then you should, at least give people the opportunity. Once again, let me before we go. And so that's why I decided, man, that makes all the sense in the world. And so what I'm going to do is acknowledge everybody. And I see Mr. Skinny and everybody else doing it. Um, Mr. Skinny, Kwame, Armando, all of them. Uncle Suge. Uncle Suge don't, because he don't never look at his stuff while he's on camera. But those of us who look and they're sitting here, then we do acknowledge the people, and I want to acknowledge the people. I want to also, before we leave, share my merchandise one more time because we do have t-shirts and we have coffee cups and we have all of those good things. Journals. I received a couple of orders, and I truly appreciate everybody for those orders. And so let me just share this right quick before we go. Y'all really make me feel so good to stay here with me, to see so many people. Now, some people probably think 19 people is nothing, but to me, 19 people is 19,000. And so I appreciate that. But here are the Annie's babies, and that's the mask. And this is the journal, what it looks like. And that's what the Annie Babies t-shirt looks like. All t-shirts are $25. For children, they're all $15 plus shipping and handling. I too, like Des, have to do the shipping and handling on you, the consumer, because I tried to pay for the shipping and handling, and um, unfortunately, it was very expensive to do 2 items. And so I said that it was not going to work like that. And then Miss Maggie gave me a number, When she put her name in the chat for me to check on for shipping, and so I have not done that, but that is a place that I will be checking. My colors are pink and black because those are my favorite colors, and so I have these are the Fuck Them Teeth t-shirts, Toothless Tiger, Fuck Them Teeth, and that's me. And those are the Fuck Them Teeth journals, and those are $23. These are the Stack Deck collection, and that's where you know how people try to say that you're pulling the race card. And so you're just letting them know if you're playing the race card, then you are playing the other 53 stacked against me. So I don't want to hear no race card shit. But that's the Stack Deck. We built this joint for free. A lot of people don't understand that we actually did build this joint for free. And we're still suffering. And then that's the Stargate t-shirt, and that's the one I'll be wearing Mother's Day. And that Stargate is the gifted is the womb that carried you, and that's the mother, our creator. So on that note, we're going to tell everybody have a beautiful evening, and I don't see any other questions. Just hang with me for 1 second, and I'm going to let everybody go. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, everybody, for giving me your time, and I appreciate it. Bye bye. Hold up, Diz. I'm just